This video was scripted and recorded before Henya did her debut. So some of the points were wrong because I made a misassumption about what her model was. However, the core concepts still remain correct. So with that taken into account, please watch the video. VShojo is launching a new VTuber called Henya. So let's look at her design. The first thing that jumps out to me is the style. She uses very thick outline and is shaded flat. This gives a super stylized look and is more in keeping with Western animation or Western inspired anime like panty and stockings. However, there are a few more things about the outlines that you might have noticed. For example, the outlines on her hair are not black. Compare her design to this drawing of Fubuki by Ina. See how black is used for all the lines in this? However, in Henya, we are using colored lines. So why are black lines used at all? In the pre-computer period of comics and animation, the job of drawing the characters and adding the color were separate. So in part, the lines showed the bounds of each color. Since we are using fully digital pipelines these days, you would think that in 2D animation, the black lines would be no longer needed. And in many cases, anime going for a less stylized look are using thinner and thinner lines. However, they haven't vanished completely. With a fully digital workflow, you could simply switch the lines off. However, the art doesn't look as good because the lines serve a second powerful purpose. We perceive objects by looking for edges. One of the reasons that the silhouette is so powerful for recognition is that it is the biggest edge. By drawing in the lines, it serves to emphasize and highlight the edges in your character. Also, now that they are freed from the practical role, they can also serve an expressive role. By picking up the color of Henya's hair, it can soften the boundaries of the hair, but at the same time, keep a defined separation between Henya and the background. There is another practical reason. Thick lines help with compositing. At some point, you are going to need to use a green screen, composite yourself in as a VTuber. And there are always going to be weird effects at the boundary. If you have a thicker line around yourself, you can erode it a bit without running into problems. Now, let's talk about the color scheme that Henya uses. Her main color is purple, and most of her just uses different shades of this hue. This type of color scheme is called monochrome. Yes, monochrome isn't just black and white, but refers to any scheme that just uses one color. Monochrome color schemes are a great way to get a very harmonious look. However, a super harmonious look lacks visual excitement. So we can introduce another color that is really going to pop to create tension and interest. To do this, they've gone to the opposite side of the color wheel and used yellow. Colors that are on the opposite side of the color wheel are called complementary. And while you would think that complementary colors would go well together, you can actually get a shimmering effect if you have two complementary colors near to each other. This is another reason why the design uses thick lines to separate these colors. So we can have the energy of the complementary color scheme without the distraction of the shimmer. Another neat thing about this design is that it's been created to guide your eyes towards Henya's face. These hair clip thingies look like arrows pointing you towards the eyes. This boob window and the zipper are both pointing you up towards the mouth. The only way that this could be less subtle is if there was a massive neon sign pointing to her face and say, "Look here, this is what you should be looking at." At the time of writing, Henya hasn't made her debut. However, it is clear that her art parents have worked hard to give her a unique and distinctive, attractive design. I hope she has the best success as a VTuber, and if you are interested in helping people succeed as VTubers, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you later. Goodbye.